The following podcast contains real reviews and the ridiculous reactions of two would-be oracles of the internet. The opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Seriously.
Hello and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
And we have a show for you this week, and this week only. If you're listening to a different week, guess what? You're not getting the true show. It's a show about internet reviews. It's a show about comedy. We read reviews from the internet for products and other things, and then we make comedy after for like 5 to 7 minutes. And then when we think the comedy is run dry, we move on to another review. It's a tried and true formula. They've been doing it for years.
You gotta move on sometimes. You gotta move on.
Sometimes you gotta mosey. Did you know that on average, a human conversation in the wild lasts 7 minutes?
Interesting. No, I did not know that.
You know, the human mind doesn't have the juice to yap about something for that long. Unless you get me started on corn dog, the factory process of making corn dogs. I could talk about that all day.
Oh, yeah.
What do you want to do this week, my man? You want to start? I can start. What you thinking?
I got some recipes. Not some recipes. I let the cat out of the bag, so I'm not even going to go to them. I have some reviews from allrecipes.com that will pop up at an undisclosed time in probably this episode. But I'm going to start with a Google review of the New China restaurant in Carpentersville, Illinois. It's pretty close to me. This is a review from Gene Kuna. Gene writes, "It's surreal. Walking in, you're restricted to the confines of the entrance lobby, flanked by tables on all sides. A friendly yet tired woman greets you and places your order. You can feel she's tired, yet she's determined and is always kind. It's surreal to see the effects the pandemic has had on small businesses such as this one. Yet they managed to stay open and deliver the best Chinese food in the Fox River Valley. Unlike the corporate restaurants of the world, this place feels like home. 5 stars.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I feel at home when not in the office too. That's not a big bar breaker for me. But I do hate the corporate TGI Fridays experience.
Oh, no, thank you.
What grabbed you about this one?
The first instance, a friendly yet tired woman greets you. And then the second instance, you can feel she's tired, yet determined. That's a lot to just look at somebody and be like, and they're pretty tired. Hang on, though.
Yeah.
There's some grit.
That's kind of as I've worked retail more and more in my life, customer-facing jobs. I think that pet peeve has gotten bigger and bigger. When people look at me and they tell me how I'm doing. They tell me I'm tired but determined. Buddy, good for you. I'm glad you think so. Get to the fucking table. What'd you do? Let's get this ordered. I got shit to do, bro.
Right. It may be true, but it's not their place to say.
Right.
If you're tired but determined, tired but annoyed.
Oh, you look like you're having a day. Oh, you look busy. Oh, you got nothing going on. Just let me be. Let me have this human experience. You're thinking about how I'm doing more than I am, man.
I'm just not wearing a mask right now.
Right. I'm just trying to make it through this day, and I don't really care to discuss the finer points of my disposition right now. Honestly, I'd like to know what kind of omelet you want.
Would you like a tall glass of orange juice or a short one?
Oh, short today. You just want the digestive. I see.
I wonder what that says about you.
Right. And that's the thing. I never in those type of jobs, you see 100, 200, 500 customers a day. No one's got time to be like, this customer, now this customer's had a fine evening. I let me inquire.
Okay.
But what they're on.
I thought you were going the other way, that there was that one customer who saw me as I really was. They know I'm tired but determined.
Even when a customer clocks how I'm doing, I don't want to hear it. I'm already experienced it. I don't need that pile on,
That commentary, yeah.
Right. It's the color commentary that gets me. I don't need it. I'm already suffering. Let's just talk. The customers I like are ones that see I'm not doing good and make a joke. Like, and there's a lot of jokes I don't like, and they're mostly about my appearance or how I'm doing, instead of just being like, oh, fucking funny looking bananas, huh? Or, I don't know. That's the worst example, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Also, this reviewer just it's veiled a little bit, but I get like they're kind of not infantilizing, but they're kind of casting some sort of mystical, hardworking lady at the Chinese restaurant. She's tired, but she's still doing it. Yeah. Weird vibes.
Right. It's the fetishization of the crunch culture, the gig culture, whatever you want to call it.
To change the pace, I got this review from Rachel Jackson. Different experience. Rachel writes, "We were their customers for years, and just this past Friday, me and my siblings got diarrhea. They need to open the restaurant back up or don't run one anymore. It has been 3 years since vid, and they still haven't opened back up. Yeah, that's fishy. They just lost some customers. 2 stars.
So the just the bathroom?
No, from what I got from other reviews, it sounds like they aren't open for dining anymore. That's what the first review was kind of touching on, is that they just have tables set up to corral you. And
right.
It's just a carry out for sure now.
And you can't dump there either.
And I guess not. This like, Rachel, it seems like the problem you had was that you got diarrhea, but now the problem is that the restaurant isn't open inside.
If I got a good thing going as a restaurant without fucking people dining and being annoying.
Oh my God.
People don't know how much labor it adds to take care of their dumbasses.
You got to bring out that little like sweepy push sweeper thing that gets all the crumbs off the thin, heavy impact floor.
You got to put up the chairs. You got to take off the chairs. You got to say hi, how are you doing? You got to fill their water. You got to fucking
wipe
deal
down
with their
a menu.
complaints.
No thanks.
Just the transaction of I tell you what I want, I give you what I want, you get the fuck out of my face is like. They got a good thing going.
I gotta go pick up your little straw wrapper off the floor because you're a little pig.
Little piggy. I just get ashamed of the human race when I'm going through the drive-thru and I see like the overflowing post-drive-thru garbage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like you really got to stack on your fucking I don't even know, your shit that isn't even, no one puts garbage from the restaurant in there. It's all just like, oh, I got this garbage bag in my car, let me shove this somewhere.
That's sort of, I was out for a run, I don't know, a couple of months ago, and running by a park that they're doing construction on, and I saw someone like a car parked on the road. I'm like, oh, it's a construction worker who's just parked there because they're doing some work in the parking lot. And then I see it's an old guy who's run out of his car to just throw his trash in the park trash can and then drive away. I'm like, people sometimes.
It's crazy, especially when gas stations are like built to take your car trash.
Yeah, that's where you put your trash.
And if you're driving a car, you're probably going there once a week, twice a week, you know? There's no way you accumulate more trash than you lose in gas. That would be a big problem.
You'd be dining out a lot.
Let's mosey on from here.
Yeah.
Let me tell these reviewers how they're doing. Maybe that's ironic. All I do is judge people I don't know on the show. Oh, The machinations of the universe. All right, this one is one I brought because I was being judgmental, so let's keep it going. Amazon meat chopper for ground beef, heat-resistant meat masher for hamburger meat, 5 curved blades, ground beef smasher, nylon meat spatula, chopper, non-stick hamburger, chopper, mix and chop kitchen tool.
Let's go. We're making some hamburger helper.
Yeah, I'm just going to send back a picture because it is a ridiculous looking tool, and that's what grabbed me initially.
Let me see this sucker. Oh, yeah. I think my family has one of these things, although now I'm concerned because apparently black kitchenware is deadly.
Oh, really?
Maybe this is a high quality enough one, but like black plastic, like spatulas.
Oh, sure.
Bad news. You get plastic in your food and die.
I'm getting plastic from every direction.
Yeah, yes, same, honestly.
But it's so shocking. People have that. It just looks so extra.
Yeah, a wooden spoon probably does get the job done.
That's what I'm saying. I've helped so many hamburgers, helped myself to so many hamburgers with a flimsy spatula. And before we get into the review commentary, of course, if you have this tool because you have issues gripping things or crushing and chopping, of course you should use this tool. But I'm just shocked that it's a common item. It looks a bit redundant to me, but let's see what Sir Duke has to say. Type of guy whose picture is a dad selfie and he's doing sort of a cool look at the camera. He's got like a goatee. He's put on his Sunday's best for the Amazon account selfie. Superior and sturdy, a must-have kitchen essential. Rating? I'm not gonna let him give it away. He starts off the cuff with the stars. I recently had the opportunity to use the heat-resistant meat chopper, and I must say it's a game changer in the kitchen. Its performance and usability has far surpassed my expectations, making it an indispensable tool for any cooking enthusiast. Indispensable. The first thing that caught my attention about this meat chopper was its heat resistance. I was able to use it directly in my hot pans without any concern of melting or warping. This feature is particularly impressive as it's not common in many other tools on the market. The material seems to be high quality, ensuring durability and longevity. The design of the tool is equally impressive. The ergonomic handle offers a comfortable grip, reducing hand strain after extended use. Chopping edges are nicely sharpened and efficiently break up meat into perfect uniform pieces. Whether it's browning ground beef, crumbling sausage, or mashing up boiled potatoes, the tool performs flawlessly. Cleaning this meat chopper is a breeze as well as dishwasher safe, which is a massive plus for any kitchen tool. The material doesn't harbor odors or stains, another bonus point. If there is a criticism to be had, it's a larger size which may not fit in smaller pots or pans. However, for standard-sized cooking vessels, it should work fine. Overall, the heat-resistant meat chopper is an excellent addition to any kitchen. It's practical, efficient, durable, easy to clean. It has made cooking more enjoyable and less tedious. If you're looking for a tool that offers an excellent value for its price, this is the one. I highly recommend it. 5 stars without a doubt, he reiterates. 5 stars.
Okay. But indispensable.
It seems like the number one most dispensable item in the kitchen. Not gonna freaking lie. I'm
gonna say, on the hierarchy of indispensable that isn't really indispensable, I see the Hutzler banana slicer, and then this. There are simpler tools. Multifaceted, adaptable tools that can do the job just as well. And I know, I'm not slaving away like my mother does, making like 2 sheet pans worth of jalapeno poppers with spicy Italian sausage in it, or making gigantic pots of spaghetti sauce for the whole year. So in a situation like that, I'm not gonna knock it, but that's not indispensable. This is handy for this application. It's like having the special like little grippy things if you're put in your jars to make jam. Ooh, I got this special grippy thing to put it in the hot water and get it out. Indispensable? I don't know about that. There's probably things you could use that, or just wait till the water's not hot. I don't know. It's a tool that has its purpose. But yeah,
it's just a lot. It's obviously this is one of the like it's pseudo influencer type reviews, right? Bro wants to get sponsored by the meat chopper, but aside from being not indispensable, it just looks a little barbaric. Like you can do nothing but like crush and destroy the meat with this. There's no precision here.
It's like this, and then the meat tenderizing hammer. Mm-hmm. Just I love just a sick piece of metal in that kitchen tool drawer. Like, dang,
but
look at this.
I think the meat tenderizing hammer is more indispensable and less barbaric. Its use is so exact.
Right, you're not rending flesh as much as you are just flattening it.
Right. If you want the meat flat with some little bit of holes in it, that's the perfect tool, right? You can also frying pan and then fork, mm-hmm. Or not frying pan, a rolling pin, but you could use put the frying pan out. I've seen that
with a weight on there.
But this, I think you can only wield it with sluggishness. And I'm not worried about the ground meat. It's already been fucking emulsified and fucked up, but I don't know. People are the picture has people like putting in this tool like a rudder. Oh, to describe to the audience, it's like it literally looks like a fucking boat rudder. It's like a stick with 5 phalanges, 5 fans coming off of it. It's
kind of like a spinny gear, a turbine shape.
Yeah. And the people are like putting it sideways into the meat and like ruddering it.
I don't like that. You just push that thing down 90 degrees and twist.
Right. It just seems, I don't know. It's got such good ratings, I guess. If I saw it and it was bad ratings, I still would have looked, but the like 4 out of 5 Amazon choice, I don't know, man. I think it's just influencers looking for sponsors racking up these reviews.
Yeah, there are the people who are terminally online, and there are the people who are terminally buying kitchen gadgets.
The person at your family reunion who's like, oh, you're in the internet? Let me tell you about my like scam operation that doesn't make me any money, but makes me feel smart when I do it. Where I get sponsored by Amazon products.
Yeah, it's an affiliate link. You can click on that. I might get a little piece of the action.
I think we're actioned out on this. Did you want to do another review?
I don't know that we'll have much to say about this one, particularly because the state of the world has changed since I originally found it. But this is a Google review for the Glen Ellen French Market. It's like a pop-up farmer's market that happens once a week during nice months of the year. Here's a review from Farah. Farah writes, hello there. Folks leaving all these silly comments, just be thankful and grateful that there is anything even going on. We could be like, Lord, please forgive me, in Ukraine and have nothing. Just enjoy and be grateful. Jeez! We're going into all caps now. Yeah, and you cannot beat the local organic products like honey, oils, etc. If you were going to check something out, just say, yeah, it was cool. Grow up. Let's just be very thankful for all the local stuff the Lord has given us to enjoy. Please just stay humble and kind. God bless. 5 stars.
The Lord? This goddamn farmer's working out there.
It's the Lord's doing that. Lord forgive us. We're not in Ukraine right now.
Lord forgive us. We got some dark forces in us. The Jesus is just summoning corn for people to eat. No one did any hard work for that. And yes, God does work through us. Jesus is in my little fingertips right now, making me do comedy. Definitely. I'm down with that. But you can't discredit the hard work that people do to put food on your table in society.
Thank a farmer. If you ate today, thank a farmer.
Think of farmers. Think a grocery clerk. Think
that too. I know, like the corporate multimillionaire ag system is also kind of busted and disgusting, and we should try and eat. I guess Farrah is saying the local stuff is good. Farrah's highlighting the local stuff, which is good. I wish we could get back to some of that a bit more. Read some like First Nations cookbooks and stuff like that, where you're eating your grocery, your pantry is what's outside your house. And you can make good food out of that. But we like raspberries year round.
But I need my appies all the time.
I want to have a mango, for Pete's sake.
And I don't want it to be squishy. And I do not want the skin to be leather and weird when I am peeling it. I need my toast with the avocado. Oh, I saw some old-timey recipe that was like avocado loaf or something. I was like, you motherfuckers. You've been fucking putting avocado in bread forever. Blaming us.
I'm going to have to do a deep dive on that.
Yeah, I can probably track it down. I remember the YouTube I saw it. But you should buy local. You should. Farmers markets rule, dude.
Yeah, honestly, where else can you see some French nuns baking bread? I don't know how they get out there so much, but I always see those little French nuns.
And I love the you're just like going down the highway or like through a town or something, and a gas station in the parking lot has like a pickup truck just open.
Oh, yeah.
And some kid standing there ready to sell you whatever is in the pickup truck. Sweet
corn and, for some reason, some like tropical fruit that they may have bought at some supermarket, but you don't know.
Oh, the wholesaling, working at a grocery store, especially the one I work at now, where you get a little, you get quite a few wholesalers coming through. It's not Costco, but I can't say it or else I will be smited by the FBI. But a lot of restaurants, and it's usually giving like shit. We didn't order enough onions.
Right? Yeah, the restaurant onions. We ran out of lemons.
Yeah, let me go pick it up. But there's dudes that be coming in every week and buying a pallet of flour.
Okay.
Or like or fruit. Yeah, I've totally seen people wholesale fruit. And I don't know what they're doing with it. It must be a lot of work to take all the little stickers off the apples, though.
Oh god, yeah, I bet.
It's hardly worth it at that point. We're gonna take a break though. Peel some stickers off some appies.
Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of the episode, and welcome to Upon Further Review. It's the segment where we look at the things we thought we knew and we figure out how little we knew about them. Also, this is going to have like tiny flavors of greatest reviews in history.
Oh, a little dual segment.
Yeah, because what are we talking about today? I think this is probably coming out the week after Thanksgiving, right? Whatever, I don't care. This is a holiday dish, a holiday staple for many people, many families. And we talked about it on some recent episode. The green bean casserole. That lady from church has a great recipe. Your aunt Maud has a great recipe. It's been in your family for ages. Guess what? No, it hasn't. Because it was invented by Dorcas Riley in 1955 at the Campbell's Home Economics Department.
That's right. Hey, and for the record, before we get into this, my family, Northern Wisconsin, we are a green tater tot hot dish / green bean casserole. We call it green bean casserole. I know the homies over in Minnesota, tater tot hot dish, but my mom used to do half and half one side with no green beans for the kiddies.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But let's learn about this corporate America recipe.
Yeah, Dorcas Riley. She was just somebody working in what is now known as the Campbell's Test Kitchen, then known as the Home Economics Department, which does feel a bit dated. And they would just sort of try out recipes. Apparently they had live TV commercials. There's a picture of her in this kitchen, and it says that live TV commercials were filmed in the late 1940s.
Isn't it crazy how they didn't have they wouldn't go to Hollywood and get someone to do it. They just got the lady that works in marketing that made the recipe to fucking be in the commercial. So it probably saved them some money.
Honestly, and Dorcas knows what she's doing because she originated it. She said she wanted something that was reflective of both what people would have in their pantries as well as the tastes of the era. And people had what the recipe now calls for is canned or fresh green beans, Campbell's cream of mushroom soup, soy sauce, which I did not know.
Oh.
Black pepper, milk, and French fried onions.
I love the Asian fusion that is in.
Yeah, I think it's
the American melting pot is beautiful. That's the only thing beautiful in this country.
I think it's just like a tablespoon, but yeah, give it some punch. They
some
didn't
umami.
Start printing the recipe on the label until I guess there's a label here from 1955 with it on it. No, that's just the soup can label. Yes, they started putting the recipe for the green bean bake, as they then called it, in the 1960s.
Yeah, good thing they changed that shit. Oh my God. Green bean bake is something you make in the toilet.
And the original recipe card, which includes like 9 experimental recipes on it, is now in the Smithsonian, the National Inventors Hall of Fame. There's a Smithsonian website, but it's in the National Inventors Hall of Fame. And I will read from that card because we've got experiment 1 ranging through experiment 9, so 1955 through 1960, where it's like an Excel sheet almost. This side of the card. It's like, in this experiment, she's got the ingredients listed: green beans, water, mushroom soup, celery salt, soy sauce, pepper, French fried onion, Worcestershire, green beans drained, liquid. And in one instance, she tried putting ham on it. And then she's like got quantities for each test along the line. And sometimes an ingredient is just totally excluded. Like, yeah, for some reason, the second to last test, she's like, maybe ham?
Needed some more body, I'm guessing. Some bite to it, maybe.
Yeah. In every recipe, though, it just calls for that 1 can of mushroom soup, as well as the onions, although sometimes it was frozen, sometimes it was fried. And it would feel tedious to go through this grid, as it were, so I'll just read some of the experiment results. Experiment 1, cook green beans in water. Meanwhile, blend soup with a 1/3 cup cooking water, celery salt, blah, 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 blah. We've got initials for the tasters. Tasted by EH, JM, JR, DF, DP. All liked. Lost flavor of soy and celery salt. EH would like onions in base recipe. So for experiment 2, made same way as before, tasted by blah, 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 blah. Put quarter cup of onion in sauce and baked for 20 minutes. Too brown at top. Needs more pep, so stirred in extra soy sauce. So that's where our soy sauce is coming from.
They went for experiment 2, which I think is what you got to do with experiment 2. Went a little wild.
Mm-hmm.
More onions, more soy sauce, more cooking, more flavor.
Tasted by JMJP. Then tried Worcestershire. Maybe it would be good. Tasted later by ER. Now pleased. Want to start anew and try other seasonings. Moving on to experiments 3 and 4 with canned French fried onions and frozen French fried onions in varying seasonings. Preferred canned onions. About a quarter can in the recipe remainder on top. Liked soy sauce for seasoning. JM wanted more. Others felt that there was enough, and that soy sauce, quote, soy sauce users would probably add more.
So the people with the taste for soy sauce just want more and more.
They're going to throw it. They got that on the table already.
I wonder where this lines up with the America, getting soy sauce timeline. Was soy sauce a new hot ingredient relatively at the time?
It may be. I don't know that. It looks like she tried later using the same breakdown because she was making it for a cookbook. And she writes, I forgot the thing for an extra 10 minutes. Got too brown. Comments. Onions too salty. Beans lack freshness. Too many onions. Think myself that more than a quarter cup could go inside. Recipe now reads a third cup. Okay. Experiment 5. Tried for ad. Someone says the onions are rancid. Don't care for beans in such large amounts. Someone says, okay for canned beans. Beans tough and too long. Someone likes canned beans. Someone needs more sauce. Seems dry. Salty? Try different beans. Add liquid if necessary.
This is such you put some content on the internet type feeling. All these people have very different opinions. How are you going to please everybody?
Yeah, it seems tough because experiment 6, she's like, well, if it was too dry before, she's got 2 cans of beans with the liquid from 1 can. And the results are, someone says too wet. Someone says good, but too wet. Another person, flavor good, but too soggy. Another person, too watery.
And then sometimes we can all agree. We can all come together.
Let's see. I think I'll jump to experiment 8 where she adds the ham slices. Stirs in soup until smooth. Layered with ham. No ham
she made
flavor.
A ham lasagna.
Yeah. Somehow it had no ham flavor. All disliked. Will not use ham at this point.
What? Really?
Yeah, that kind of surprises me. I think maybe cubed ham I could see working. Or diced or chopped. It seems like if it were thin, that would be rough.
I was literally going to say cubed ham. That breakfast cubed ham would I bet go hard in a green bean casserole. But I mean, hamburgers the go-to.
I am getting hungry. It's pretty cool to see the progress of this because previously she was doing it for a cookbook and for an ad. Now she's presenting it to the marketing department in this next recipe, and then she's presenting it to BBDO and marketing. And she says she stirred soup and soy. More logical. She's just hitting herself on that. That was stupid, Dorcas.
That gif where they're looking at the computer oh, of course, soy sauce in the soup.
And then there's handwritten tests after the fact from 1963. It's kind of hard to read her cursive. Her N's look like M's. It just seems like maybe they had a new condensed cream of mushroom soup that she tested out, and people were like, yeah, that hits.
I think to this day it is the condensed cream of mushroom soup, right?
Yeah, I think so. Could use dilution. But that's it. She perfected that recipe over the course of almost 10 years. And she's there's I was reading on Campbell's.com or thecampbellscompany.com. A person who now works in the test kitchen is like, Dorcas was my manager when I joined the company out of college and went to my wedding in 2001. So I don't know if Dorcas is still alive, but she was, if she isn't, then she was alive for everybody to like claim this as their family's recipe, and she's fine with it. She's
great.
like, it's America's family's recipe now.
That's absolutely true. It is. It's hard to come up with dishes that are American, right? French fries are from Belgium. Hamburgers are technically came about in Germany, at least in their patty form long ago. A pizza, even hot dogs are just European sausages. But yeah, tater tot hot dish, man. The casserole. That's something we've refined over our short time as a country.
Nobody could do it like this.
Yeah, and it's got me wondering what was sort of the two things. What was sort of the landscape of the casserole at the time? Were casseroles like really in vogue back then? Because casserole is for such a staple food. It's so divisive, and there's so many ways to screw it up and make not good casseroles. And
make
there's
it
so many
salty or dry or soggy, just like Dorcas was saying.
Or just accidentally put some weird stuff like ham in it, I guess.
Yeah, Dorcas was a professional. She was working in the home ec department.
Right.
And if she could mess up, then I guess we're all human.
Yeah. It's also got me thinking, like I would love to fly on the wall experience the sort of virality of this recipe in those years, because it's pre-internet, it's not pre-television, but television wasn't doing it. Is this radio era even?
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Dorcas died in 2018. Darn.
I'm sure she had a delicious casserole before her timely demise. Untimely demise, excuse me. If that's not a slip you want to. But yeah, just like, mom's meeting in the neighborhood. Have you tried this casserole yet? Have you tried this bean bake?
Dorcas went to Drexel University. She earned a degree in home economics. That just feels weird.
She's
whoa.
Because it's not like you go to cooking school, right? It's like the whole college to be a homemaker. But obviously she did big amazing things and worked for big companies. And I'm sure lots of people did. But
I'm on Dorcas's wiki page. It says during her time in the test kitchen, she created hundreds of different recipes, including Campbell's tomato soup meatloaf, which maybe there was just like that's a meatloaf that uses tomato soup.
Sure.
A tuna noodle casserole, types of porcupine meatballs, and the Sloppy Joe, quote, super burger, with it spelled like super burger.
So this lady not only created the green bean casserole, but the Sloppy Joe and the tuna noodle casserole,
or at least a version of the Sloppy Joe.
Yeah. Sloppy Joe history, that's got to be crazy, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely just like a poor people food, right? That's like mystery meat in Worcestershire sauce on bread. But hey, I fucking eat the shit out of that. Maybe that says something about my socioeconomic situation. I do not like school cafeteria Sloppy Joes, though.
No, thank you.
Let it be known. That's some scary shit. I wanted to read this one. For being such a nerd and being so open about my nerd enjoyment, especially on the second half of the podcast. I never talked much about anime. I did that look back segment. We talked about the look back a couple times. I'm sure I've mentioned like Chainsaw Man offhandedly. I think I've done a review of that manga, but really, anime should be taking up a much bigger space. So, from IMDb, a review by Cinematic Syndrome for Dandadan.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Dandadan?
I don't know if I am.
It's notable, I guess, because it's side by side with Chainsaw Man and Shonen Jump Plus, which is Shonen Jump's like online only comic group that are kind of usually like, NC-17, a little more racy and crazy than their average stuff they publish in the main line.
Okay.
So this is a cool kids. This ain't your little brother's anime. This is the cool smoking cigarettes behind school type anime. It's about, and it's also sort of even though it's your typical action anime, it's sort of a rom-com too.
Okay.
It's about a boy, the nerdiest boy at school who no one talks to is really into aliens. And then the most popular girl at school is secretly really into ghosts.
Whoa.
And they mutually sort of find out about their secret love of the supernatural and dare each other. The alien kid dares the girl to go to an alien, like, UFO sightseeing spot. And then the girl dares the boy to go to a ghost haunted house. So they, mutually gain respect for their other supernatural. And then hilarity ensues and someone goes Super Saiyan and all of the above,
Nice.
So I recommend it. Obviously, I always talk about shit I like. But let's hear from Cinematic Syndrome here. I am not a child. Not really, but I am after watching this. Haven't been so happy and excited while starting an anime in forever. I loved every single aspect of it, from its absolutely spectacular animation to the music, the comedy, like IDK. Maybe I am jumping the gun, but I don't usually get feelings like this after watching just the first episode, but I just know that I'm going to adore this anime for life. Every choice made and displayed just works wonders for me. I'm beyond excited for this weird and beautiful journey. It is right up my alley. If you are someone who enjoys and appreciates animation and just wish they made more fun animes like Space Dandy, then this is it. It is the best thing out right now in this ocean of mediocrity. 10 out of 10 stars.
Dude, I'm so happy for them.
What do you know about this ocean of mediocrity we live in, Matt?
I mean, there's a lot of content out there.
Mm-hmm.
That much I know. Generally, I would say, well, I don't know. The animes that people talk about are actually worth checking out, but I know that there's also a lot of just weird schlocky stuff there, like any sort of genre.
Yeah. An eye-opener going to Japan for me was like, we're not like the C and D tier stuff that like, I wouldn't say we get, but we have access to if we wanted to, is not even the worst shit. There's like watching TV. Honestly, the best time to catch anime in Japan is before school, when it's all the little kid like Blue's Clues level type anime.
Okay.
And because anime is like not that popular in Japan, really. It's like a popular subculture, but it's always on at like 2 or 3 a.m., like worst time slots. If you watch anime, you probably DVR it in Japan or stream it. But like you can catch anime in the morning, little kid like fucking soccer anime and shit, and it is just the worst television I've ever seen. It's crazy. There's this one like Pokemon ripoff where the little kid was like catching beetles, and they would like fight with superpowers and stuff. Boy, it made Beyblades look like fucking Martin Scorsese, man. It was crazy. But I just got the feeling that Cinematic Syndrome is in the ocean of mediocrity that is life, and this anime is saving it from them.
Yeah,
saving them from it.
I'm glad that they found something that makes them feel that. Like I can only think of when I was first playing Super Mario 3D World, and I am upset with myself that I don't remember what level it is, but you like open up on a giant plane, and you no doubt have your cat suit equipped, but it's just like a massive plane that you get to run through as a cat. This is, I feel like a little kid. I'm just running around this place as a cat, chasing that dang little rabbit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think as an adult, I think people that are so like nostalgia brained, like obsess over whatever media franchise they have that makes them feel that it just doesn't. The chase of it will lead you to nothing. But when that childhood fun feeling truly hits you out of nowhere, it's like nothing else. When you don't come looking for it, and you're all of a sudden brought back to the couch watching Saturday morning cartoons with a big bowl of cereal and not a care in the world, it is refreshing, to say the least.
It is.
Honestly, I think anyone. Anime is a hard thing to recommend because it is so weird, and you gotta it's an acquired taste, right? You gotta dip your toes in and sort of get used to it, like soy sauce in casserole.
Some animation in general turns people off.
Right.
Like people who don't like to see like Rick and Morty or Adventure Time because it's strange and weird, just the literal animation style.
Right, they can't
or
get
the comedy.
They like think they're self-infantilizing by watching a cartoon. Or something. Yeah. But yeah, if you've ever liked anime or even been sort of Dandadan's pretty good and funny in my opinion.
Sounds pretty cool.
It's pretty good. It's raunchy. It's not beating the raunchy allegations, but I don't think it's ever too much. And many anime can be too much in that department, but I think Dandadan's pretty calculated and good about it, as out there as it is. Maybe it's just the character writing, it's very grounded to me. For a silly anime. But maybe that's just the anime working its magic on me. I'm already in, man. I'm in the world. They could show me anything. I think we can finish out this episode, huh?
We can, yeah. I think we're there.
We chopped the meat. We went to Chinese restaurants. We learned about casseroles. I feel like every episode these days is a journey. That's so jam packed with different flavors of the internet. You're welcome, audience. Usually I thank you. This week, you're welcome. We got new episodes every Tuesday. That's right. # Tuesday Reviews Day. If you'd like to send in an absurd review for us to muse over, please send an email with a hyperlink or a screenshot or something of the review to reviewparty.com @gmail.com and include your name or nickname so we can give you some credit for it.
If you want to reach out to us in some other way, shape, and form, do so on the social media platforms you like to use, like Instagram and TikTok @reviewparty.com, Twitter /X @reviewpartypod. Are we going to jump to Blue Sky? Is that a thing we should be doing?
I kind of think I want to, because Blue Sky is honestly pretty good to get some like TikTok. It's not afraid
some
to
fresh traction.
Yeah, to show off stuff that small accounts are posting, which is kind of what we need. So I'm definitely kicking around.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, we're also on Letterboxd and YouTube. Just search Review Party or reviewparty.com. I'm sure you'll find us. You're smart. You know how to use computers. And if you do, chances are you can also get to reviewparty.com. That's our website. There's a whole lot of stuff there. And I'm not going to tell you. I want it to be a surprise when you go. Go.
Just go. Check it out. Be surprised. Experience life, man. Make a casserole. Put some soy sauce in it. Click on shop while you're there.
Yeah, you can do that.
Christmas is coming up.
Get it.
A very big thanks to our buddies Nosebleeds for letting us use their jam bread for breakfast. You heard it throughout the episode. Good tune, right? They got a lot more great tunes on Spotify. You can go check them out there. Nosebleeds, one word. Follow, like, favorite, subscribe, whatever the button is wherever you listen to this podcast. It's a huge help for us to hit it. That lets the podcast purveyors know that people actually like us, that they want to hear us every week, and that pushes us elsewhere. Very easy way to support us. I've got a finisher this week submitted by the friend of comedy himself, Eric, with a K Martin. Thank you, my friend. This is a review from Google for the Dwight, Illinois rocket ship slide.
Sick.
It is a kid's jungle gym with a slide that's shaped like a rocket, a see-through rocket made of like monkey bars.
It's like the thing from Stranger Things, right?
Yeah, I think so. It looks pretty sick. I've never seen it in person. It does look cool. Only 4 reviews for this beautiful historical landmark. I'm going to read this one. From Evan Lee, they write, broke my wrist on this thing a little bit ago. Overall, 5 out of 5.
Way to get the review in, though, with a broken wrist. Wow.
Against all odds.